my channel. My name is Tamara and this is Reimagine 50 Plus, where I try to do interesting and fun things to inspire you to get out and do the same. I also like to review products with us in mind, those of us that are over the age of 50, in my case over 60, because something that seems very popular with a younger crowd may not be something that we would even be interested in as we get a little older. So most of the products that I review, I always have that in mind. Not to say they're not good products, but I'm really thinking from the perspective of 50 plus. So today I want to share with you what I ordered. I have not used it yet, but I wanted to introduce it to you. What I ordered is called the Headache Hat, or in their paperwork it says it's the Headache Halo. There is a double row of ice packs, and there is a third row, and maybe they call that one the Headache Hat because it's a little taller, like a hat. I did not order the Headache Hat. It's only like $5 more. So it's not that it's a lot more money, but I didn't order it because I have a very small head. Now, when you order this, they say measure your head and make sure that the circumference of your head is between 21 and 23 inches. Came in right about at 21. As a matter of fact, I usually wear children's size large hats. But I got this, and when it came in the mail, it was very soft and pliable, so I put it in the freezer right away. So the principle behind this is that when you have a headache, you need to cool your head off. Keep a cool head, as they say. Well, I do get headaches, and I think I have a few of you followers that probably do too. I get migraines, and I also get a headache when I get a reaction to corn. As a matter of fact, when I did the keto product review, I was surprised to see that there was corn fiber in a couple of those products, and it's teeny tiny, it's snuck in there. Sometimes I even have to look it up on the internet to see if the fiber they use, which they usually list as natural vegetable fiber, is in fact corn fiber. And part of the reaction is that I get a severe headache drilling down into the middle of my head. I found the Headache Hat and I ordered it immediately. So it just came in the mail, popped into the freezer, and now it's out of the freezer. It's a little heavier. When I first got it, I tried it on to make sure it was going to fit, and it did. And so now I'm going to put it on. I don't have a headache right now, so I'm going to let you know the next time I have a headache and I do wear it, how it worked. But for now, I just want to show you how you put it on. And there is Velcro in the back. And then I've got it across my forehead. Now, I suppose because I have a small head, there's not a lot of my head sticking out. So if I really wanted, like in a migraine, you want it to be dark because you're very light sensitive with migraines, I could just pull it down and it's not hurting my eyes. As a matter of fact, there's a little crease right in between the two layers of ice, and I've got it positioned so that the ice starts in front. Now, this is if I wanted it to be on my forehead. I probably could put it up. You know, I could wear it like this. Actually, I could wear it like that. I could wear it like that. I have to mess with it a little bit. Let's see. If I wanted to wear it across the top of my head, that's kind of like just having an ice pack on, right? But I could still move around. Okay, and then I also should say that I splurged for $3. I got the extra little sleeve, and that way you can wash the sleeve. So it comes with this little bag, which is nice because then you store the whole thing in the freezer, and then when I get a headache, you can bet I'm going to pull this out, and then I'll let you know. So this is part one of the Headache Hat. So stay tuned. Wear it while laying down or while doing chores around the house, because that's what you feel like doing when you have a severe headache. Let me just get up and do some chores. Are you kidding me? Okay, so we're back, and unfortunately, I did get a headache. And fortunately, I had the Headache Halo. I started to say Headache Hat, but you know, I purchased the Halo because I was thinking, well, I have a smaller head and I don't need it to be sticking up. But actually, after having used this, I think the Halo Hat is probably better because I found that I liked to have this over my eyes. And if I had one more row of ice, then it would have covered my forehead, my head, as well as my eyes. And when you have a migraine, you're super light sensitive. And so I'm all about just covering my eyes completely. And because it's black, it really does block out any light coming in. So if you were curious, what's the difference in the Halo and the hat? It's just one more row of these little ice cube things. And there is, just so you know how it's made, there's Velcro that keeps it together. And there's a pretty good portion of Velcro so you can adjust it accordingly. It stayed on. I know I joked about it earlier saying, I'm not going to do chores while I'm wearing this, but actually it was nice that if I wanted to get up and go get a drink of water, go to the bathroom, whatever, it stayed in place. I could lay down, I could sit up, and it really did stay on like a headband or a hat. So I'm just going to pull out one of these little ice things. So inside this long sleeve are a whole bunch of these little individual ice cubes, which I suppose if it really got dirty, if you wound up using it a lot, you could take them out. I don't think I'm going to, but you know, you could take them out and wash the whole thing if you needed to do that, and then it seals up. So I did want to mention the sleeve. I was calling it a sleeve. It's not really a sleeve. It's more like a barrier. It's a soft piece of like felt, and I guess it's wide enough to go on the hat, right? Because look, it hangs down a little bit longer. So this is how wide the hat would be. So I could put it all the way around and it would still be covering my sinuses. It would be covering the top of my head. And I think I would buy the hat next time and not the Halo. Now, not to say that the Halo didn't do its job. It did. It was nice to be able to move around and sit up and lay down. I got up once and got a drink of water. So it was great, but I think the hat is just a little bit better. I say that because, you know, I didn't know which way to go. Do I only want 2 layers, a Halo, or do I want the full hat? And I think I should have got the hat. So if you're deciding between the Headache Hat and the Headache Halo, which again, it comes in this little bag. This is kind of nice because you put it back in the freezer and it stays in this bag. So it's not just, you know, it's been on your face and now it's in the freezer. No, it goes back in this bag. So I contacted the owner of this company and she was just lovely. And I told her that I was going to do a little review about it. And she gave me a little code for you to have a discount whenever you order your Halo or hat. And again, I think if I were going to do it, I would get the hat. However, I don't know that I would order this guy again because I wound up not using it. At first I put it on and then I couldn't feel the cold coming through. So I took it off and I just had this against my forehead and then that was too cold. So then I just put it over my hair. I used my hair as a barrier and that was perfect. So all that being said, the whole thing is not that expensive anyway. And so I think, especially with a code now, you could get the hat and the barrier for what I paid. So anyway, I hope this is helpful to you. I know when you have a headache, you want to try anything and everything. I have tried so many headache products to make me feel better, and I have the eye masks that I keep in the freezer, some I keep in the refrigerator, and the problem with those is that they get hot very fast. This stayed cold a long time. So it was really nice to have that cooling effect. So, okay, that's it. Here's to not having headaches, but when you do, here's to having something that helps you get through them. Hope that was helpful to you, and I will see you next week. Every Thursday, I come out with something new, whether I'm reviewing something or going somewhere. I try to either take you with me or tell you what I think about it. So thanks for coming along. I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.